Hi, today I've got someone connected into your energy who I feel is in tears, okay? I'm hearing to say to you that it's not just because they've lost the relationship, but they're coming to the realization of who you are as a person, okay? The emotional love you brought, the stability, the kindness, the loyalty. I'm hearing your sense of humour. You were always there to make a difficult situation into something better. I'm also hearing the words delayed grief with your ex. I feel they've been running from this for quite a while now, and I feel that something's happened in their life where they just realised, what have I done? Okay, is there any chance of going back? I'm also hearing, would you have this person back? But I just feel today it's the realisation that they lost you, a very special soul, that I just don't feel this person will ever really get over you. I'm not sure if you will reconcile. I will have a look at that as I go through this energy today. But I feel the message today that we're really looking at is why now? I feel something's triggered this. Maybe they've had a loss, okay? Maybe they've lost something in their life, or the glitter's kind of coming off what they're doing now. But they've lost a beautiful soul with you, and it's really starting to hit them. So let's have a look. Let me give these a shuffle. While I'm shuffling, thank you for watching. Thanks for all your support. It's really kind of you. I do read all your comments, so please leave me comments. If you'd like a reading, click on the title of this video. Links are below in the description box. Click on it, go straight to the website. Everything's on there. And on the website as well is the $1 reading. So check that out as well if you want to. But again, thanks for your support. And I do send you all my love. Life's a funny old thing, isn't it, really? And I send you love and a big hug. Right, let's get into this. The tears. What have I got? So they're still waiting for a sign from you. Does that make any sense to you straight off the bat? Let me know in the comments. Have they reached out and they didn't get the reply that they expected? Or maybe you had to meet up with them for something and they were expecting the old you, and I feel that is part of the trigger. You didn't react, or you haven't reacted in the way that you used to. They're not used to the new you, okay? You've got stronger boundaries now, which is amazing, and well done, because it's not always easy to do that, is it? Especially when you're hurting and someone's let you down and you thought the relationship was possibly for the rest of your life, and then you find yourself just in a great big mess of what ifs. So I'm very proud of you, okay, but it's certainly been noticed with your ex's energy. What's this one? Oh my gosh, do you know, if they could tell you one thing today, I tell you what they'd say to you. I should have realised the red flags, the red flag cards out. They were attracted to maybe another person, another situation, another way of life. I'm almost hearing it's not you, it's me kind of energy. And then they disappeared off into the distance doing what they wanted to do. They ignored either a warning from you or the obvious red flags. So I'm going to just hang on to that one. I want to clarify that one and just see what those red flags were, because I know it's why they're crying now. There is some loss, or something's going dreadfully wrong, as we can say in the UK, in their environment. Yeah, there's a new beginning. They rushed off into, I suppose pastures new. They were very passionate about it. It seemed very exciting. They could have physically moved, okay? But it was too good to be true. And I feel this is tied into them knowing they've missed an opportunity with you, with something that was real. I'm hearing you're real. Oh, goodness gracious, yeah. High Priestess, but I've got it in an energy of, if they went to a third party, okay, then this third party has turned out to be very manipulative and not what they were proposing to be. This card sometimes in this energy can mean the other person for me, okay? Do you know what I really feel? And I'm hearing that your ex got lost in La La Land. They were just in some fantasy world. Maybe they got to an age. I mean, people do, don't they? I think it's, what do they call it? A midlife crisis. Where sometimes people will, and they do reconcile back after, they'll just go off and find themselves or whatever they're doing, and they can think the answers are in another relationship. Okay? Sometimes people think they're running out of time for whatever reason, but whoever they went to has turned out to be very, very manipulative. And this third party energy has got a complete lack of control. And at the bottom of the deck, I've got the sun in the reverse. Yeah, I just said they were living in La La Land. You know, the sun sometimes in its excess can mean you are overly optimistic. You think that, you know, this is the absolute perfect solutions. Everyone can be telling you, no, think about it. I don't think that's going to work out, but your ex didn't listen. Okay, so now they are left in a situation with someone who is manipulating that energy and has a lack of emotional control. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's what's going on. Yeah, and they're now in the Eight of Swords energy. They're feeling trapped, restricted, controlled. They're too scared to move forward. I know what they're bothered about with this Eight of Swords as well. That everyone's just going to, they're almost ashamed. And everyone's just going to look at them and say, well, we could all see this coming. I feel other people, including yourself, you know this person really well. Okay, and they know that you know them very, really well. And you could see this coming. I'm almost hearing that you tried to talk some sense into them, but they were not listening to you. They are scared also of being ostracised, being pushed out of a community or a group of people. Okay, and they could depend on their stability within this group of people. I don't think mentally at the moment, I'm not really feeling that your ex is strong enough to even leave this situation. No, there is definitely a female energy around you, your ex, a female who was very overbearing, possibly nice to your face, not nice behind your back, who caused a lot of disharmony, okay? I feel you might not have seen eye to eye with who this female energy was, but I can see coming into your ex's energy, the Tower. Okay, it's going to crumble. It's going to crumble, most definitely. There's going to be, you know, pain, revelations. If they're with someone, they're going to be separating, and it's not going to be slow. I feel they're going to come out of that Eight of Swords energy into the Tower, okay? Something is going to break. Is there a loss? Is there another loss around this energy, please? I'm picking up on absolutely the Hermit. Yeah, there is, they're grieving something, okay? They feel lonely. They do feel lonely. Your ex feels lonely. And they could be surrounded by 25 people, and yet they're lonely. They've got nowhere to run to, okay? It doesn't matter, and if you only take this from today's reading, it doesn't matter where they go, who they speak to, what they do, what they buy, what they don't buy. Inside, they feel like an orphan. They feel empty, absolutely empty. Doesn't matter if they party, they don't party, nothing. They're having to sit with themselves, okay? They're very fearful. I feel there's a lot of fear. I think a message for you as well is if they were very sociable and bubbly, they're not so much now. They're not sociable at all. No, and they see you now in the Queen of Swords energy. And today that energy is you about basically you've either blocked them or energetically, because we're all energy, honestly we are all energy. Your energy, and going back to the beginning when I felt, have you not replied like you normally did, or maybe you haven't answered something, or you're just very, I don't know, sure in your own self now, which is beautiful. But you will find that as you do more of that, quite often exes do come back out of the woodwork, quite often years later, okay? But they see you really as someone who has actually stopped emotionalizing this relationship now, and you're just leading with your brain, really. You're just leading with your head and not your heart. They know that you are a very fair person. I'm hearing to tell you that the person or people they're with now are highly manipulative and emotionally manipulative, whereas you were just very fair. Yeah, I feel you spoke your mind with the Queen of Swords energy. I feel you were honest, but you weren't one to, you didn't hold any grievances. If something had to be said, you said it. You were always willing for an open discussion, and boy do they miss that. Do you know who I feel they're in an energy with? I'm just seeing the Queen of Cups in the reverse, okay? Someone who is fickle, emotionally manipulative, and has turned out in their life, for whatever reason, to be a complete nightmare. Okay, they see you as very intelligent. They do. They miss your intelligence. They miss your way of dealing with stuff, because they're the best with you. You can be emotional, but you can also be highly analytical. One more card. They're stuck on you. The World's in the reverse. This cycle's not over. Okay, I'll see if they're coming back in the next 4 to 5 weeks, but this long-term future card for me, it is not over, okay? This cycle hasn't closed out again. You will hear from this person again. They will want to speak to you. They are feeling very, very stuck now, and they feel very sad, okay? They're feeling very sad. Is there anything else we need to know? Yeah, they would like to move as well, but they are being pulled in so many different directions that instead of dealing with it, they're shutting down. Okay, they're just kind of shutting themselves almost into a little box, if that makes sense. Let me just see what else they would say to you. Anything else? Oh, that flew out. Let's have a look. Time. I'm afraid it's too late to take action. There we go. Yeah, that's our spirit guide saying, yeah, they're frightened. It's too late. That's why they're seeing you as the Queen of Swords, because you've got that big sword up and you're like, you know what, you left me and I've had to get myself back on track. Yeah, they told you they needed time to think about something. Space, I need more time to think. I feel that they did say, you know, I can't do this, it's me, etc., etc. at the beginning. And they'd like to tell you that things haven't gone the way they planned. All right, let's do a quick shufti of these. Let's get Rider-Waite out. Let's see, what are they doing? What are they doing before, I don't know, 5-6 weeks? Nothing. Okay, Knight of Pentacles and the Hermit. No, they're just going to sit. We saw the Hermit earlier. They know they've got to get it right. The Knight of Pentacles, it doesn't move very quickly at all. It's a very slow energy. It's someone who wants to cross all the T's and dot all those I's. Okay, so they are waiting but they will be back. All right. The Hermit within that, I feel they're trying to get a different perspective on it. They know they've got to do better. They're really going to have to bring out the big boys, or whatever you say, to even stand a chance with you again. There's no messing this time. The Queen of Swords does not mess. Doesn't matter male or female, or however you identify, it's that energy, okay? But they will be waiting and they will be watching, all right? And I do feel they will come back in at some point. So they could be an earth sign, Aquarius, and also Aquarian, I'm hearing. They could be an earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and also Aquarian energy. They've got to dump the baggage. They've got to come in like someone who actually deserves to be in the same room as you, because you are amazing, you are wonderful. All those qualities they might have put down about you, absolute rubbish, okay? Those were their insecurities they were projecting out onto you. So I just heard the word, yeah, let them stew for a bit. Let them stew for a little while, okay? And you continue to just be you, okay? If people don't like it, let them go. Just do you. Always do you. All right. I love you, and well done. Those boundaries, those walls. And I don't mean walls in the fact you don't have love and empathy, but you know that your love and empathy is a precious gift, and not everyone deserves it. Okay. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.